think no one can deny that screens are getting pretty crazy these days. As well as sharper resolution, the technology driving the screens is also progressing. This year, Samsung has announced their new QLED displays. But how is QLED different to LED? Well, a standard LED screen is pretty complicated, but essentially how it works is by first having an array of blue LEDs on a backplate. These shine through a layer of yellow phosphorus to turn that light as close to white as they can get, before hitting a liquid crystal display, which lights individual subpixels either red, green, or blue, which vary in intensities in combination to make the final image you see on your screen. This technique of blue light traveling through yellow phosphorus to make white light did give us the ability to make a wide array of colors and hues, but it wasn't perfect, especially in the longer red wavelengths, which are a little bit on the weaker side. QLED still has that blue LED backlighting around the edges, but instead of using that yellow phosphorus, which slightly dims the light passing through, a layer of super tiny red and green nanocrystals are used. These crystals actually emit light rather than filtering it. So when that blue light hits these red and green dots, they produce a purer white than before, leaving the end user with far brighter images, a wider range of colors, with a lot more saturation, all while using less power. This is one of Samsung's new QLED displays, the 65Q8C, and it looks unbelievable when you see it in person. As we've come to expect from Samsung, the build quality is at the top of the range. The screen itself has very small bezels, and the back is made of brushed metal. This is all sitting on a very sturdy stand, and is quite stable considering how heavy the display is. You can pop the back of the stand off and route the power and smart connect cables down the arm itself, which is nice. This just keeps everything tidy and out of the way. That smart connect cable is pretty special too. The TV itself has no ports, and instead this fiber optic cable connects the TV to Samsung's One Connect box. And this box is what holds all the USB ports, HDMI ports, satellite jacks, and optical audio connections. I thought this was really cool. This means you can wall mount the TV, and instead of having cables coming out everywhere, you can just have one very thin cable leading down to your entertainment center. And the box also auto-detects when you plug something in, and lets you control that device, such as an Xbox or DVD player, with the included remote. Now, of course, this is a smart TV running the Tizen operating system, and it seems to be a bit more responsive compared to last year's TVs. Switching between apps is basically instant, and it was a very fluid experience compared to other smart TVs I've tried. This is all navigated with the included remote, which is also made of a brushed metal and feels just as high quality as the rest. Hitting the home button gives you quick access to settings, where you can change picture modes, audio outputs, and I found this really handy, especially because it doesn't interrupt whatever you're watching. There's also a voice search button, where you can ask for content containing actors, or use it to navigate the browser. It works just as well as any other voice assistant, but I think my accent may have been throwing it off a bit. Now, as for picture quality, the blacks won't be able to match what you can find on an OLED panel. But what Samsung give you is instead the deepest blacks ever seen on an LCD, as well as having 1500 nits of peak brightness, making HDR content look amazing. And because it can get just so bright, the color gamut is wider, giving you far more range and color saturation than ever before. The images are bold and vibrant, and this is definitely a massive step up over LED LCD. All this with the 4K resolution, the great viewing angles, and decent contrast makes this a very nice looking display. It's a little hard on video to show just how good the screen looks to the naked eye. So if you're in the market for a new TV, pop into your local PB Tech and compare it to other options, and I can promise you this screen will stand out. I'm Eli from PB Tech, remember to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.